Hey guys, welcome back to another Lumion Legacy video. Today we're going to be talking about that huge cutscene we saw in the museum, talking about Akkuwari, which is basically, corruption, Levvenos, which is the creator, and Soul Hearts. So let's get into it. And today I'm joined by my co-host Jafkas. Hey Jafkas.
Okay, and as Kylo said, we're going to be talking in depth about them and like what the murals were saying about them, and we'll be trying to maybe even create some speculations about these.
Exactly. Uh, so let's start with Levenos. Okay, the we saw him as the creator of Roria, humans, and Lumians. Huh. So Levenos, technically, he's God. He has a God status in Roria. Uh, but not many people have mentioned him so far. And Jafkas, what are your opinions about him?
I feel like the fact that not many people mentioned about him is it's either it's like taken for granted that he's an important figure already, or not many people know about him because they don't know about the story. And this museum has this relic, which is like one of the only factors that like contributes to proof of the story, along with the fact that we're chasing after the corrupted stones. So speaking about the corrupted stones, let's get to Akuari.
Yeah, so Akkuwari is the definition of corruption. And basically, he has created all of these corrupted stones that we are currently trying to find in Roria. And he's given us a lot to deal with, and a lot of corrupted Lumians to deal with, starting off with Dusket, Ikazune, and many more after that. And it could be possible that Moldeka could be one of them in the future. So, Javkas, who do you think has more influence in Warrior now? Levinos or Akiwari?
Well, let's see. Levinos actually created the soul heart, which allowed Gloria to have life itself from Lumians and people. So that's really, really important. However, the problems that we're facing right now, even though that's less major than what's having, it is kind of a pain, and that's thanks to Akuwari attempting to infect the soul heart, and it did succeed, but it was stopped by Levinos completely. Not fully completely, since there were some affected relics like the stones that we're chasing after that's been corrupting people and Lumians to like attack the people and like us the players.
Yeah, very good points indeed. And Akiwari has created a lot of problems, like you said, and he's going to continue creating problems for us throughout the entire story until the absolute end, when we eventually defeat uh, Akiwari and Dr. Vanta. Uh, so now moving on to soul hearts. So, what's your definition of a soul heart, Shafkas?
So I'd say, based on what the flashback was saying, they said the soul heart was part of the main part of the network that connects soul crystals. So soul crystals, they help empower things. They've helped Dr. Vanta use them to make his robots basically alive. And in Sweet Retreat, if you remember, they turned food alive using soul crystals.
Yeah, and I believe soul hearts could be what holds together soul crystals that helps us perform soul burst, which in terms of Pokemon was the keychain and the megastone. So you never know, just a little theory I had. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd like to say, based on this theory, I feel like we'd have probably like a shard or some type of piece of the soul heart that we'd personally put into our Luna Watch because, they've actually released a Soul Burst trailer, so it's definitely based on the Luna Watch, so it's a function based on that confirmed, unless they want to change it for whatever reason. And it affects the Lumians. So like maybe the Soul Heart will either be like an upgrade to our Luma Watch or be soul crystal will be probably placed on each specific Lumion that gets a soul burst. I'd also like to mention back to Akkuwari that when it was showing that the corruption it created, there were like several cephalops on the side of it, on the left side, which I believe so cephalops is basically an ancient thing that's happened. And what we've seen when we've caught cephalops, there are actually many eggs around it. So cephalops is not like a one-time roaming, canonically, because there are many eggs. So it was a pretty big thing, and all of them were corrupted. So maybe it has something to do with Akubari, but we're not sure.
Yeah. And just one small thing I would like to point out. If you look at the stone over here, you can see that the lines, they're all straight, no curves. Maybe that's just like something the devs did to keep it simple, or maybe it could have some history. Who knows? But yeah, you can see the small crack in the stone, and yeah, a future plot twist could be that someone tries to steal the stone for their own personal benefit. Like Dr. Vant or something similar, or another antagonist we meet in the future. But yeah, I could honestly see that happening. So yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
I
guys.
agree.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Link to our new Discord server is in the description down below, and I will see you guys next time. This is Kylo Pika and Jeffcos rolling out.